Honestly, though, I think you need to blow your shit up a little more often. I was looking at how many times you blow your engine up because I keep a log, and it needs to happen a little bit more. I mean, it's like, do you blow your car up enough?
Well, as you guys may have heard, if you're really astute, the car was definitely a little unhappy on that last couple passes the other night at Florida No Time deal. So, you know, my plan was to just run it because I was in the finals. I wasn't gonna not run it. I pulled all the plugs, checked it all over, pulled all the spark plugs. I saw like a little flash of something, which is super weird. I'll put that video in, slow it down. I saw like a little flash under the hood. It looked like a light, like a headlight, like a halogen yellow headlight, but I don't have any on this car, so I don't know what it was. I can't find anywhere where, you know, a plug may have arced or anything like that. Nothing along those lines. I don't know what it really was, but I'm just doing a little compression test here just to make sure everything's healthy. All right, well, big sad. Compression test doesn't look great. Those numbers, 135, 65, 155, 155, 65, and 150. 155 is what we would like. I'm gonna guess it's a valve that's messed up. Well, multiple valves probably are messed up. I'm gonna pull the valve covers off and see what we're looking at here. Maybe something's messed up in there. Maybe you got a broken spring or something stupid, but I'm gonna go through all this and check and see what we're looking at here. Good evening, guys. I don't have much battery left on this GoPro, but I need to quickly tell you guys that we did hurt the engine a smidge at the No Time race the other day, but I don't think it's so bad. So I did a compression test, not looking good on cylinder 2 and 5. And then I did a leak down test and it was not looking good on cylinders, most of them. And I'm pretty sure number 2 was looking exceptionally bad and number 5 was also looking exceptionally bad. So it was coming out the exhaust, so I'm pretty sure we burnt up a couple of exhaust valves. Thankfully, you know, it's not too bad. It's on the bottom end from what I can tell, but I'm gonna pull the engine out. We're gonna check it all over, get it a clean bill of health, and then hopefully slap it back in not too long. It is stock exhaust valves and intake valves in this thing, so maybe it's time to put a fresh set of valves in this and clean it up. They've been in there for a long time. So we're gonna pull this thing out. Should only take a couple hours. I'm pretty quick at this, but it's night out and just gonna kind of work at my own pace. Maybe I'll turn on some shake and bake show here soon and just enjoy. Just kind of take my time, crank on the hand tools a little bit. Nice little work night, but I also can't find my 15 mil, which is a pretty major key on this, but I'll show you guys kind of my workflow here a little bit as I do it. I normally like to, this is my normal route here. Just use this shelf, thing after thing, doom. I put everything in its own bag, and then put all the bags here. Intake and exhaust will go at the bottom, lighter stuff at the top. It's pretty simple. I like to be a little meticulous about this, but yeah, so we'll have this thing out probably like 3 hours. It's not too bad of a job. I could probably pull the cylinder head off, but you know, this car, the cowling is pretty over the cylinder head, and if I'm going to do all that, I got to take the exhaust off and the intake off and stuff. It's easier to just pull the engine out of the car than to take all of it apart like that, so I might as well just do that and skip, you know, taking the cylinder head off, which is going to be a pain in the butt in the car, and cams out and everything. I'll just take the whole long block over to induction and we can go through it there. So let's go. Trans is out, motor next. Start unhooking things down here. 40 minutes for trans, not bad. All right, well, I started at 6, it's out by 8:30. Pretty easy deal, I will say. It's obviously fully dressed, turbo intake, pretty well dressed. It still has like the starter and alternator and stuff. I gotta take all that off, but then I lay it on the ground, break out the chair, well, put it on a tire, break out the chair, and crank away on it. The engine is fully torn down now, so ready to just load it up in the truck, bring it up to induction performance in the morning. This takes longer than getting it out. Like this part, you know, you guys saw it dressed, it had turbo, intake, all that stuff, exhaust manifold, starter, alternator, all that good stuff. That takes longer than actually getting the engine and trans out, and it's so much more tedious. And it's a pain in the butt, but it's done, it's out. Now time to bring it up to IP. My shelf is full. All right, engine's out, looking at it. Everything's looking pretty nice on the bottom end side here. Up at Induction Performance, you guys know, they got all kinds of cool stuff here, Supras mostly, but everything's looking pretty nice. There we go. Nothing you can feel on the cross hatching here. Cylinder head is off. We don't notice anything crazy right off the kick, but probably pull it apart more. I'll go through all that, get it to the machine shop. They can really check everything, and we'll see what it needs. The BC Racing cams look awesome, just like kind of how we put them in. Like brand new still. But probably about 80 passes on this engine. So I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Maybe more, probably more. Well, as you can see from that thumbnail, it's obviously broken. This is the end of the video. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm like 99% sure it's a valve. The bottom end looked really good. So hopefully Induction can just put some valves in there. They already have it, and then they'll slap the head back on there, and I will get a long block back from them, put it back in, good to go. Shouldn't be too bad. We'll be back to action soon enough. If it's extremely damaged, if the bottom end's bad or something like that, we're gonna reevaluate some things, but who knows yet. So that's gonna do it though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, watching the podcast, but I will see you next time. Keep it saucy.